Bum ba dum. Howdy, welcome to BanjoBenClark.com. That was somewhat non-climactic, but that's okay. I'm glad you're here to join me on your favorite website to learn how to play banjo, guitar, and mandolin. This week, it's one of my favorite lessons, especially for the banjo, because we're going to learn St. Anne's Reel in the key of D, but we're doing it in standard tuning. I don't have anything changed. Okay, so we're going to learn some great melodic stuff out of the key of D. This is, even if you don't want to learn St. Anne's Reel, this would be a good one to learn just to help your playing in D, especially because there on the website I've got about a 10-minute video where I talk exclusively playing backup for St. Anne's Reel out of the key of D. So we're going to talk about how to chunk up the neck, doing all those cool moves, but we're also going to talk about how to roll backup behind other instruments that are doing solos and help lead people's ear to the different chords. Doing stuff like that. Okay, so it's very cool. It's about a 30-minute video lesson over there on BanjoBenClark.com. But not only do I have that video lesson, I also have the tabs exactly as I played it in that solo in PDF and TIFF file form. And then I've got 4 different MP3s. 3 of them are just rhythm tracks with guitar and bass at 3 different tempos so that you can practice along with. And then the 4th one's the full performance version, so you could practice all your instruments with it, okay? All right, so if you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, here in a little while I'll ask you to go over to the website, BanjoBenClark.com. You can join as a Gold Pick member, as many of you have, and have access to hundreds of videos just like this. Let's start in on St. Anne's Reel for banjo. Let's learn some St. Anne's Reel on the banjo. This song is in the key of D, but we're going to play in standard tuning. A lot of times when you play in D, you'll tune your 5th string maybe up to an A note by using your railroad spike or a 5th string capo. This time, because it's melodic and we're going to need this G note to be there, we're going to just leave it standard tuning. Also, a lot of times I'll see people capo up 2nd fret and play this song out of the C position. We're not going to do that. We're just going to play it out of open D. So let's walk all the way through the song, and then I've got another video segment where I play the whole thing through slowly for you from start to finish. Then I've got another video here on the site where we're going to talk about the backup, especially when playing in key of D up the neck. Okay, so this is going to be a great lesson. It is melodic, so that means we're going to use our thumb a whole lot. That's typically one of the characteristics of playing melodically. And we're going to see that right off the bat. We're going to start off with a little pickup note in the first A part. First with the open D string, and then we're going to come up and play our 5th fret on the B string, and we're going to use our thumb. You'll see all your fingerings labeled beneath each one of the notes there. We're going to use our thumb whenever possible. It's just going to make it easier to play once you get used to that, and it'll make it more even and more powerful. But this is our first position that we're going to see a lot throughout the song, where we have our middle finger on the 5th fret of the B string and our index finger on the 4th fret of the 1st string, D string. Okay, so it sounds like this. And what I want you to do when you land on that 4th fret at the first beat of the 2nd measure, I want you to release your middle finger from that 5th fret so that your overtones don't carry over. Later on, we're going to keep it down, but for now, we want to release it. If you don't release it, it'll sound like this. And you've got those 2 notes going together. Okay? And so this is just a little taste tip there, but I want you to release that, but keep it in the same area. Then we're going to play the rest of measure 2. We're going to have to come back to that 5th fret. You'll notice that I played that next 5th fret with my thumb as well. And then we're going to jump down to another common position that we're going to see in this song with the index finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, ring finger on the 4th fret of the low D string. This measure 3 is the easiest measure in the song. We're going to play 4 quarter notes using our thumb each time. And then when we get to measure 4, we have an 8th note slide. So we've got already our index finger on that 2nd fret. We're going to slide it up to the 4th fret and arrive at that 4th fret at the same time that we play that open B string. So it sounds like this. So just measures 1 through 4, it sounds like this. Good. When we get into measure 5, it's a pretty simple measure. We're going to jump back down to that position we were just in. It sounds like this. And that last note in measure 5, that open D string, that gives us time to jump back up to the same position we were in. Go ahead and put your fingers down. 4th fret here, 5th fret here. It sounds like this. So it's very similar to measure 2, just a little bit different. Actually, it is the same measure. We've got the same measure in measure 7. But this time, measure 8, we've got another slide, but this time I want it to be a 16th note slide. And this is just personal taste, okay? The difference between an 8th note and a 16th note slide, you can see there, this 16th note slide has the 2 little bar lines beneath the slide. What it means is that the slide happens before you hit the next note. So this one would sound like this. The 8th note slide would arrive at the same time, so it would be like this. If this was a 16th note slide, it sounds like this. And then we're going to jump up to kind of an open A position. 6th fret on the G string with our middle finger, 5th fret on the B string with our index finger, and we're just going to do a little forward roll through that. So measure 8 all together sounds like this. And then we're going to wrap up the first A part in measure 9 with 3 quarter notes. Then we're going to go back into the second A part. Now the second A part is going to be a little bit more difficult. We're going to have a triplet in there, some pull-offs and stuff. If it's too difficult for you, you can always, at this point, at the end of measure 9, go back into measure 2 to play the first A part 2 times in a row. And that'll give you a great first half of the solo.